I have to prove that I have a disability. Actually, I do. I've got a busted back. I've got a L1, L5S1. L5S1 looks like the Millennium Falcon because it ruptured years ago, calcified, and now it looks like it's got that turret. It sits right on the sciatic nerve, so that's why I'm doing this, to get off the pressure. But it's a very painful thing, and somehow I've got to prove it. Went to my back doctor. He's like, well, I don't really feel like we need to write that doctor's note unless you come in the office. I'm like, you really suck. You know, he's the one that told me he won't do the surgery until I lose 200 pounds. I don't know how much you weigh. How much do you weigh? 190. I got to lose you. And all your clothes. I got to leave you behind. And this is like, we can't do surgery on you because you're going to die and mess up my stats. At least you're truthful. That's good. I was doing this show, this Christmas show a few weeks ago, and it was a banquet, and they had this chair, like all the chairs in the banquet hall were, I don't know, they were just pieces of plastic put together with toothpicks. I don't know what they were, but everybody was sitting on the edge, and they didn't want to fall. They were just like this. Like no one was having a good, sorry, again. Showing my butt to these people on the right. So that like no one wanted to sit there, and I'm like, I'm going to give it to God, right? I'm just going to lay back in that fella, like, yeah, if it holds me, y'all, we're good. About that time, the chair says, no, we're not. And that's when we learned I do not bounce. You would think. But when the mass hits, it's like, nope, we're fine. We're where we wanted to be. So the guy from 2 tables over comes over and he says, are you okay? If you see someone fall and hurt themselves, don't ever ask that question. If you see they hurt themselves, they're obviously not okay. It just enrages them further. They're already embarrassed that they fell in front of 300 people and they're supposed to go on stage in just a minute. And so you ask, are you okay? I'm like, no, man, I'm pretty far from okay. And so now all of a sudden you're angry at these people. And unfortunately, if you're from Iran, your other voice might come out. I am not okay. Like, oh! Homeland Security, here comes, them again. So I pop up because I wear a new watch. This watch has the new OS that if you're down too long, they'll call the ambulance service on you. Have you noticed that? Have you seen that? Where if you're on a roller coaster, they'll have all these EMTs sitting there at the end of the roller coaster like, who's dead, y'all? Because your stats are going through the roof. Here, if I fall down, I don't want that extra attention. It's already bad enough. So I pop up fairly quickly. At our table was a nurse, and she didn't even try to help me. I'm like, aren't you a nurse? She goes, yeah, but you were too fast. Too fast? Where do you nurse? She goes, I'm a hospice nurse. I've never seen one of my people get back up. Normally when they go down, they're down. I don't have a process for this. There's nothing there. I hate being big. I do. It sucks. Like even at work, they give you this discount or this incentive if you do 10,000 steps a day on your Fitbit. I don't do 10,000 steps a day. Okay, it's very painful for me to do 10,000 steps a day. And so I'm there. I'm sitting in front of my house, just my mascara running, just crying a little bit. My son comes like, Daddy, what's wrong? Like, gotta do 10,000 steps a day. I just don't see how it's gonna happen, Like, wait a second, what are you doing? Nothing? Well, here, I put my Fitbit on, I'm like, you just go walk that neighborhood, buddy. And he comes back and he had 3,000 steps. Do that again, 3 more times. So every day he's coming back with 12,000 steps on this Fitbit, and I'm like, all right, fine, I don't feel so bad no more, And this goes on for several weeks, and now he's got a fishing vest, y'all. And the fishing vest got 30 Fitbits. Like, what is that? He goes, there was a lot more fat daddy sitting on the front porch crying. Built myself an entrepreneur.